All right. So if you're watching this, your dog may have just died, just like mine did yesterday. And I just wanted to make a video in memory of him. If you go to this channel, some of my oldest videos in this channel, which was about 13 or 14 years ago, is when I first got my dog. His name is Gooby. And I got him when he was 2 weeks old, very, very early time to get him. And I just want to make this video remembering his life, speaking to the public about his life. And of course, if you can relate or your dog has passed away, one, I'm sorry for that, for your loss. And if anybody can empathize and grieve with you, that's me. And two, I just want you to know that you did the best you could. That's the biggest thing that I'm struggling with. Is like, man, if I could have did anything else to keep him alive, trust me, I would have did it. So, like I said, I got him when he was 2 weeks old. I had this big thoughts of getting a German Shepherd. Like I wanted the German Shepherd, I wanted him to be a big dog. I wanted him to basically be like a police K9. Although I'm not an officer, I wanted him to be like the officer's dogs, where he was trained, he was on point, and he did everything on command. Like that was just my goal. So I studied, mind you, this is 14 years ago. So this is before TikTok and YouTube Shorts. So I'm watching long form content of how to train your dog to sit, spin, down, give you paw, eat on command, even pray. Like I had him taught to pray over his food. It was crazy. So yeah, I spent a lot of time with him as a puppy. At the time I was 19, maybe 20 years old, 32 now. So my whole 20s, I had this dog. You know, I literally seen him as a small puppy, got him early. I remember going to the place where he was at, and it was him, and he had 6 sisters. So he was the only male out of the bunch. And I remember calling up there saying, this is the dog that I want. They was like, yeah, I mean, you can get him, but it is kind of early and this and that. I don't care, I'm on the way. So drove maybe about an hour and a half to get him. And I just remember him being the only dog in the back. He was shy. All the other dogs came straight up to me, excited. All the girl dogs run up. And I said, I want him. They was like, him? I said, yeah, I want the one in the back. They was like, yeah, he's kind of bashful, he's kind of shy. Perfect, you know, but he always just stood out. So I go back there, or they bring him from the back and get him for me. And I remember the ride home. He's a small mixed dog. He looks like a fur ball. Like I said, you can always reference the first video on my channel when I got him, because that was literally like a day or two later after I got him on my channel. Like it's documented. So get him home, get to taking care of him, and we got so many good memories, so many adventures, so much traveling. He's always been there for me, and you know, now, in the meantime, I've had different animals in my life, but none of them will ever replace Gooby. And for your animal or your dog or you watching this, just know there won't be another dog like yours. As pet owners, you never really understand the impact until they're gone. That's me. I've talked to plenty of people in my life where they're talking about their dog, and some of them are just got their dog, some of them talking about how their dog just passed away, and I would always be like, dang. But man, once it happens to you, it really just gives you a different reality on life and how you see things. So let's fast forward to yesterday. His last day was August 12th, 2026. So he wasn't eating for about 3 days. This was going on the 4th day. Couldn't walk. I mean, mind you, this dog was 14 years old. So he lived a life, but I could see things starting to go down with him physically. So I rushed him to the vet. I'm like, yeah, something's not right. He's not standing up. He's not eating. And I go to the vet we always go to. I'm thinking his hips are bad. You know, he's a pretty big dog. No biggie, hips bad. maybe get him some shots, get him some meds, and let's go. So I go there with that intention. They take him to the back. About 5 or 10 minutes later, the nurse comes out like, hey, I got some bad news. And I'm still not thinking this is his last day. I'm like, okay, yeah, what's going on? And she's like, well, he's got fluid around his heart. He got fluid around his lungs, his chest, all fluid internally. And I'm fearing that it's blood. Now, me still in the mindset of, can't be my dog. Like, the whole fluid thing, okay, that's a fix, right? Not, this is it. And she basically was telling me that, this may be it. Maybe not right now, but his time is coming. So they asked me, have I ever thought about what it would look like? And I'm like, no, because this isn't his last day. Like, I refuse to hear that right now. I didn't come here for that. So she's like, do you want me to run tests on this? Do you want me to do a physical? Do you want me to, we can pretty much do whatever you want. It's gonna cost, this is a veterinarian, but we'll do whatever you want. Yeah, do everything. I'm not denying nothing, do everything. Check his blood, check his ribs, keep him here if you need to for a couple of days, check everything. I said, okay. So they did that, and then they brought him back in to me. Now I'm seeing them different, because now my mind is like, wow, like this is serious. It took them about 30 to 35 minutes for the results to come back. And now the vibe has changed because the vet comes in happy. Hey, good news. Well, she was like, good news, but like it's still a little muddy. Okay, let's hear it. Good news is we found nothing wrong with him. Every test they did, as far as his health, as far as his physical, as far as his fluids, everything came back good. Nothing was a red flag. But the bad news is that can only mean one thing. At this veterinarian, they're not able to check his heart. Like, they don't have the tools. He's an older dog. It's risky. So, I'm excited. Good news, good news. They're like, yeah. But like, if everything else is lining up with a green check and his behavior is a red check, that could really only mean one thing, really. And I'm like, you're not telling me what I think you're telling me, like that's not it. So here I am, everything I can do to save him. What's plan B? What's the next step? What can we do? She's 98.9% telling me that today or tomorrow is like last time for him. I'm still not hearing it. I'm not accepting that. So, she said, well, there's this big veterinarian downtown. They got more tools, they got more equipment, they're more capable of checking the heart. That's going to be your next route. Or, we can say goodbye to him here. You can make arrangements, your family, however you want to do it. Let's go with plan A, because there's no way he's leaving. There's no way he's leaving me here right now today. No. And they was like, okay, like it's going to cost a couple this. Let's go with plan A. So this is when I kind of knew, and I think the other animals knew, because I do have 2 cats as well. This is when I think they knew something was up. So I didn't want to take him straight there. She did recommend I take him straight there, but I wanted him to come home one more time, try to eat some food. He couldn't eat it, but he did drink some water. And I just wanted him to see his home one more time. If it was going to be one more time. In my head, it still wasn't. But, mentally, I just needed to bring him back. Bring him back, he goes straight in his bed. Now, this is, as I think about it, this was something odd that I wasn't used to. I've never really seen it. He goes to his bed. Both of my cats pretty much make a beeline triangle to him, and they're embracing him. Like, they're smelling his face. They're around him. My cats and my dog, they get along well, but both of them coming up to him at the same time is extremely rare. If anything, I don't think it's ever happened. So I'm observing that, animals know other animals. Like, they have tuition and all that us as humans, like, they speak in a different language, literally. So I'm like, okay. So I try to get him up, to get him back in the car, get him to the vet. He doesn't want to get up. Like, he literally refuses to get up to where I practically had to carry him. Get him to the car, get him to the vet. Now, this vet is a little more advanced. You can tell in the paperwork I'm filling out, it's literally saying yes or no. Yes or no, meaning if something was to happen, do you authorize us to give him CPR? Or no. So that's already a decision I gotta make, but it also is showing me the reality of where I'm at. I'm not at a regular vet. I'm not at, the one where it's like, what's the name, what's going on, what's your address? They're asking that stuff, but then the bottom questions are a little more serious on this is their last visit. So anyways, go through the steps of letting them do their lab work. And the vet there comes out and she's like, I really don't know why you're here. Like, I don't know why they sent you here. I don't know what they thought we could do differently from them. Yes, we have more tools. Yes, we have, some equipment to drain the fluid and the blood out of his heart. But the downside is it's going to come right back. I'm like, no, like, she told me that y'all are the ones that can, she said, we don't do open heart surgery here. We have a little more equipment, but like open heart surgery for a human is a risk. So for a dog, especially an older dog, a larger dog, that's just, that's just not what's going on. Your dog is 14 years old. And then she went into a story of how her dog passed away from the same thing. It was 10 years old. And mind you, she's a veterinarian. So, now it's sinking in. You hear it one source, then you hear from a whole nother source. You're like, oh, okay. Man. So she basically asked what I want to do. I said, bring him back in. Let me just spend some more time with him. Spent some time with him, tried to call everybody that knew him and basically explaining to them what's happening, because I know it's time to tell him goodbye. And even his demeanor, he's always smiling, just like me, big smile. But he, I think, knows or knew that it was time. So, say my last words to him. They asked me, do I want to be in the room? Absolutely. I was with him from the beginning. I'm going to be with him to the end. And so once I pretty much gave them the go to do it, they did it right in front of me. I saw his last breath, kept my hand on the whole time. And she confirmed that he was gone. And yeah, it's tough. I mean, it hadn't even been 24 hours since it happened. It meant a lot to me. And I just encourage anyone else that went through this or that's going through this to either journal about it, document it like I'm doing, and just share your story, because, and of course, if it happened, if you got any type of encouraging words or anything, let me know. I mean, see that photo back there? I've got all throughout my place reminders of him, because he was a big impact on my life. I had him my whole 20s. So this is the part of life where I'm figuring out, I'm moving here, moving there. I'm in college. I'm doing all of this stuff with him by my side. Truly my best friend. Truly. And I just want everybody to know that I tried. I want him to know that I tried. I mean, I ended up like even then asking if there was anything else I could do. And she was just like, he's a ticking time bomb. Like, you can put this money into it, but he's too far. Tumor, cancer, fluids flowing all through his body. He's got heart failure. Like, he's breathing, but it's a struggle every time. So, yeah. If you watched the video this far, I appreciate it, and I hope that you, and if you've went through a death with your animal, that you do everything that you can do as well, and know that you did everything you can do before you tell them goodbye. All right, that's it for now. Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe, like. I'm out.